So just kind of jumping in. Casey, I don't know if you heard of Projekt Spark or if you know much about Projekt Spark. Projekt Spark is an open world digital canvas. It allows you to create your own games, your own worlds, and your own stories. So one of the things that we're showing off at Gamescom this year that we didn't show off last year, we have a couple things. So one is our new theme, Galaxies. So it's going to be available at release on October 7th in the US and October 10th in Europe. And we're also showing off Champions Quest, which is our kind of campaign that we're making using the same tools that are available to our users in Projekt Spark. So I'm actually just going to kind of jump in here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what we're doing with Galaxies. So, same tools as last year as far as, the kind of the basic setup. So I have my tools on the left-hand side of the screen, and I can go in here and I can start to create some stuff. So I'm going to go, and we're just going to make ourselves a little canyon for our sci-fi adventure here. And I'm actually going to put in some terrain instead of painting. There we go.
Put them all together and make the creature.
All right. So now I can spend hours, scoping out this world, getting it exactly how I want. I'm just kind of going through real quickly, just kind of getting something together so we can have a place so we can have our adventure. All right. Since this is a sci-fi adventure, I got to have some kind of distant moons off to the side for aesthetics. I'm just going to scale up my brush. I'm going to switch over to my paint brush, to my add brush, excuse me. And it's like you can see world terrain. Just put one, maybe I'll put a creator inside of it by using my subtract feature like that. And then I'll just do another one over here, maybe a little bit smaller because it's further out. And I'll take a little chunk out of that and give it a creator too. Alright, so now I have the kind of this basic setup. I'm actually going to go in and start adding some texture to my world. So I'm using my biome brush. My biome brush is going to give me a bunch of prompts and things like that in the world. And just like this, I can kind of go through and start adding texture to my game. There we go. Now, since I don't want props in the middle, I'm actually just going to switch over to my paintbrush, and I'm going to use just one of my paints across the bottom there.
So you try to use the size.
All right, now I'm going to just go in and change one of my world settings. Give me something a little bit more spacey. Then I'm going to jump into test. Let's see what we have so far. All right, so you can see the moon that I kind of put out to the side. The other one up there somewhere. So we have our own kind of like sci-fi world right here. So now I can go in and add some gameplay. So we go back into edit. And one of the things that comes with this pack are some modular props. So I can actually build space structures. I can build like moon bases. I can build spaceships. I can build, a lot of different things that I want to build. I'm actually just going to do a quick search for some of these assets. I'll type in moon. All right. Kind of brought to the forefront. So I'm going to use this. I can turn on my snap to grid, which gives me the ability to kind of work with this modular set a little bit better. I'm just going to start placing stuff in the world. Some barricades, something to hide behind for my little battle right here. Turn off my grid cap so I can scale this more freely. Turn it around a little bit. I'm actually going to move this player. I'm going to put in my Astrotech, which is our new sci-fi adventure. So I'm going to put that guy in. I'm actually going to swap out his brain for our new first-person shooter advanced brain.
Just have to like
there we go. Alright. Now, last step is I'm going to just give myself some enemies. So I'm dropping a few of these Codians. I'll zoom in so you can see them. It's a little dark in here, so maybe I'll go in and add some lights.
Put all the enemies in one place and just use them as templates.
So I like working with the light bulbs because you can really kind of customize any of the lighting you want to have in your game. You can change the tints of them, change the color, change the intensity, change the stability of it. You can have a flicker, things like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna place some under these. What color should we make this? Orange or green? What do you think? Orange. Huh? Orange. Orange? All right. Stick with that.
Otherwise, you just have to sign every time you make the same beam. And I already tried to create stuff in my head over that. Other bosses
All right, so now it looks like those things are kind of glowing. Now we're just going to hop in here and test it out. I just did this in about 5 to 10 minutes. But imagine if I spent hours creating this. I can really create whatever kind of adventure I want. And I just kind of made a small little scenario, but you can make your whole game around this, using this theme, or you can mix it and blend it with other themes that we have out there. It's kind of cool if you take like the zombie pack and you put the zombies in here. So all of a sudden you have zombies in space, or play with the gravity for your character. So now he's like floating in the air when he jumps, or creating spaceships. I mean, there's so many possibilities of things you can create, using this pack and the packs that we already have out there.
So you talked about like the campaign mode. When will it be available?
So the campaign will be available at release. Champions Quest will come out on October 7th in the US and October 10th in Europe.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. So we're actually, like I said, taking the same tools that are available to our users, and we're making this campaign we call it Champions Quest. So you can play with our champions, as you can kind of see on your side of here. But you can play with them, but you can also take them out of Champions Quest. You can use those champions in your own user-generated levels. So you can put them in your own games and still have them getting XP and things like that. So it's something that we're making, but we're also kind of giving to our users as another building tool.
So can you link levels? Like if I've got like this arena and like I've got a main base on another like ship or something like that.
Yeah.
Can you link them?
Question, man. So actually, we do have. That's one of the things where it's going to be available at release as well. You have the ability to link levels. So now, if you're creating a level, and say you just you create something that's so massive that it kind of maxes out your world.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to worry about I can't just continue. If you want to have an additional section or level that's a part of your same game, you can now link it to another game. So whether you're going through like a portal or going through a door, and all of a sudden you link it to your next game. So you can easily kind of expand on your games and your adventures using that feature. So we're excited about it because we're expecting to see some really cool games that are going to come from it.
Yeah. Thank you, James, very much for this interview.
Nice to meet you, man.